Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to the You Are Great podcast, the podcast that inspires you to grow, heal, remember who you truly are, and to remind you of how great you are. And this episode is all about traveling and also why traveling is a medicine. And I'm finding myself right now in Mexico, and I love it to be here. And I appreciate it so much to being able to be here and exploring this country. It's the first time for me being so far away from Germany and from Europe. So it's also quite of challenging for me to be alone by my own and so far from my hometown. But at the same time, it is so beautiful here and I experience myself differently. I always feel when I'm traveling, I step into a new version of myself. So I come back changed, and it always helps me so much to grow, to heal. And yeah, today I will share a bit more of my own experiences while traveling, also about my experience right now traveling by my own in Mexico. And what I wanted to say is that I feel that traveling is really the greatest gift and luxury that our generation has. So the generations before, like my parents, my grandparents, either they couldn't afford it, traveling at that age, at my age, or yes, they simply, it wasn't in their mind. Like this was so out of their horizon. And this generation, like my generation, we are so into traveling. We love to travel. Like I know so many people who travel a lot, who travel the world, um, who work and then spend their money on traveling. Why is it like that? Why do people spend so much money on traveling? Because traveling is literally an experience that helps you to grow, that helps you to heal, and it helps you to explore new things in life, to explore this world. I mean, wow, what a gift is that to being able to explore the world, to make new experiences, to meet new people, to simply discover new ways of being, new ways of living. And for me, it always has been an experience that helped me to broaden my horizon, to experience new things, that helped me to create more freedom inside of myself. I knew that this is possible to do. So if I can travel by my own to Mexico, I can do this and that. If I can travel alone by myself in Europe, I can do this and that. Like it gave me so much self-confidence and also freedom. And I also feel that traveling activates more courage within you because you are trying new things and you are getting bolder and bolder and braver. And what I always also experience is how people treat other people. Like it's so different when you're, for example, in Germany and you see how people treat others. And you're, for example, here in Mexico, where you see how people are being treated by others, or how they see you. Like it's different. It's so different. And I also see traveling like it's an opportunity for appreciating your life even more. So now that I'm in Mexico and I also see a lot of people, in poverty and not having a lot of money and really struggling in their life. But at the same time, I see how generous and how loving people are here. And it also helps me so much like to value and appreciate my life even more, being able to travel, being able to do all the things that I want to do. And yeah, you get this feeling when you have traveled countries where people do not have so much money, where there is a lot of lack or poverty. So you get these appreciation so much. And what I also noticed at is that if you speak their language, like if you go to a country and you speak the language of the inhabitants, they treat you differently than when you speak English, for example, always English. I speak Spanish and I have traveled a lot to Spain. It's like one of my favorite countries. And I have traveled, yeah, to Mexico here, and I do speak the language, and I always feel how different the connection is that I can make to the people just because I speak their language. Like it's really, really different. And traveling activates also codes within you that your soul longs for. So every time you travel to a new country, to a place, your soul longs for the codes that are within the land. Every land holds a specific code. And if you travel there, your soul wants to experience these codes that are within the land of these countries. And it can be that your soul either had past lives in this country. So that means that your soul wants to reactivate these gifts of the life you once had in this country. So that's why your soul calls you to go there. And for me, it has been a lot of times like this because I know that, for example, Cyprus, I have lived in Cyprus now 1 year, and I know that I was meant to go there because I experienced a lot of spiritual things. I remembered a lot of past lives I had there. I had a lot of past lives. That's why I also was meant to live there. And I know that my soul just wanted to reactivate these codes within me. And after that was finished, my soul was also okay, now it's time to move on, to leave the country, to go somewhere else. That's why I'm right now in Mexico. And these codes are what your soul needs at this point in time. That's why she's calling you to go to that country, to go there, even though you don't know why. Like for me, it had been such a journey to decide what do I do after Cyprus, because I was like, yeah, it's calling me to go to Bali, it's calling me to go to Mexico. Where do I go? What do I do now? And first I thought I'm going to Bali first, and then I go to Mexico. And like maybe 1 week before or 2 weeks before I was meant to leave Cyprus, I knew deeply that I need to go to Mexico. And I came here and I experienced like a lot of beautiful things. But at the same time, when I came here to Tulum, I knew this is not my place. Like, I don't want to stay here. It had several reasons for that, but I didn't feel it. I could really feel deep down in my soul, I don't want to live here. I don't want to spend more time here. So I needed to figure out again, where do I go next? What do I do? And, I'm now at a point where I trust my intuition, I trust my soul, I trust my spirit guide so much. That's why it is easier for me to just follow and not knowing where to go, what to do. And at the same time, of course, it's a bit like also a bit uncomfortable because I don't know exactly what to do, where to go. But yeah, I just trust that my soul has the plan and my soul knows exactly why I'm here at this point in time. So I decided to go next to Guatemala. And this is a huge step also for me because coming from Germany, coming from Europe, we always have a lot of, you know, we have a lot of prejudices. Oh my God, I don't know what is the world like prejudices. I don't think I spell it right, but we have a lot of thoughts how Mexico is, how Guatemala is. And it's a lot of like this impression of there is a lot of poverty, criminality. So you have to be careful. And especially if you're like traveling by your own, like, are you crazy that you travel by your own? But I think the difference is that I trust my spirit guides so much. They wouldn't lead me here if it's not in my highest good. And I know that by heart, I know that so deeply. And yes, that's why I am traveling next to Guatemala. I'm very, very excited to go there. And Mexico has been, for me, a country where I noticed that I experienced an even deeper connection to Mother Earth. This is one thing that I noticed here. I experienced also going through the dark night of the soul, like going through fears, going through old patterns, belief systems, just to let go of them, just to heal them. And I also experienced how Mexicans treat others, like treat other people. Like it was really, really friendly, really kind. And I always felt like, I whenever there is something with me, like I need help or something, I can rely on their help. I can rely on their support. They would be there. And this is something that I appreciate so much. Like just feeling that they are so there, um, makes it so much easier for me to be here by my own. So when you travel, you also meet new people, you make new connections that serve your soul. And these connections can be either karmic, like that your soul wants to heal something through this karmic relationships. I had a lot in Cyprus. And once you've healed them, your soul wants to move on. And also, you can meet soul aligned connections. I met a lot of people, close people, while traveling, like soul aligned relationships that support you along the way on your journey and help you to grow and heal. And traveling is really a medicine for remembering who you truly are because you have so much time. When you travel alone, you have so much time by your own and you have time to get to know yourself. You experience yourself in different situations while traveling. There might be challenges coming up, like for me, for sure. And I experienced myself differently than would if I would stay always in my comfort zone in Germany. That wouldn't help me to grow as much as I would grow with traveling. So I can really say that I think, or I not only think, I feel that only because I traveled so much in the past years, and especially by my own alone, I have grown so much. I know that. I really deeply, deeply know that it is like that because traveling is not always sunshine. Everyone who travels knows there can be challenges as well, especially if you are only by your own. And you are getting you're getting challenged also by your fears because fears are coming up if you travel by your own. Like, for example, for me, it was the fear of being alone. And in the sense of if I'm alone, then I'm helpless. No one is there to help me. This was a huge belief within me. And traveling helped me so much to understand, no, even if there's happening something to me, if I am feeling helpless, there's always support. Like whenever I was traveling, wow, I always had people that would help me with no matter what. And most of the people were so friendly, so loving and warm. And yeah, I appreciate that so much, so much. And traveling also helps you to shift timelines because every time you're traveling, you are emerging, you are evolving, you are growing into a new version of yourself. You come back differently. Like when you go home, back home, you're a different version of yourself for sure. And it is helping you to shift timelines, to shift into a new reality, to shift into a new life. Like for me, everywhere I go, it's so different. So I feel it's like a new life every time. It's like a rebirth, and you learn something new. You let go of something, you heal, you recognize something, you experience yourself anew. So I feel also I've went to so many versions of myself just by traveling. Like I experienced myself in so many different situations. And yeah, I feel since I do that now since 2020 that I travel only by my own. And yeah, I feel it helped me so much, like to grow, to heal, to experience myself, and to also get to know myself so much better. And it always has been a really a dream, a wish of mine that I travel by my own, that I have so much time for myself, relax. And yeah, traveling has always been my dream. Like I know it since years. I was dreaming of having a life that I could just travel and enjoy and experience new things, new cultures, making new connections to people. I always felt that Germany, like since I was a child and teenager, I knew that Germany is not the place for me. Like I started from a very young age to go to Spain for exchanges, then going to Spain again for doing some how internship it's called in English in hotels in Spain. So I started from a very young age to travel and to yeah be just somewhere else because I always felt like Germany is not the country where I want to stay, where I want to live all my life. And every time I came back to Germany, to my birthplace, I really felt that I was different. I really felt that I have changed, that I had some huge insights that I want to change something in my life. So then there was beginning also this journey of where do I want to live? Because I don't want to live in Germany. I now experienced Spain, for example, and I really want to live maybe there or somewhere else. Where do I go now? Because I just knew that Germany isn't it for me. It's for a period of time, but it's not for my whole life. And yeah, I took some notes just to be sure what I want to tell you. And it's really different if you travel with your family or your partner or your friends because um, just traveling by your own helps you a lot to connect with other people more easily. Like every time I went with a friend, I didn't connect to others. If I traveled by my own, I connected to other people. I made friendships. And it's also, in this sense, a bit of freedom because you decide what you want to do with your day. You don't have to ask your friend or family what you want to do with your day. You just decide for yourself. So it's a huge freedom. And I think both sides, like traveling with others and traveling by your own, has positive and negative sides, like both of them. And I would say in general, like also traveling with others has a medicine. Like traveling itself is a medicine. And I got to heal a lot. Like I was healing a lot through my travelings because I was really confronted with like fears. For example, codependency was very, very huge within my family and within me. So, for example, in 2019, when I was supposed to go for my year abroad in university for a semester abroad, I really asked myself and doubted myself if I really want to go now because my parents are separating and maybe they need me so I don't go to Spain. And it was always, of course, my dream to go. And luckily, I decided that I go, and it was the best that I could do because I just got out of this dysfunctional family system, and I got to be somewhere else, like in a complete new world, new people around me, and a new surrounding. And that helped me so much to heal and to recognize I do not want to live with my family or even in the same town. Even that I love them, of course, but I don't want to. Like they are like draining my energy, like because they have so many problems and they rely on me, or um they always get me involved in their things. I don't want that. Like I want a life for myself. And I could recognize that because I was traveling to Spain and I stayed there for 6 months. And I just knew after that I will live somewhere else. Like I will not live in Germany. And even, yeah, I will not live there. And also the fear of being alone and helpless. Like I could really heal that fear just because I was traveling by my own and I had some challenges and people were helping, supporting. So I think literally traveling is a huge, huge medicine, and that's why it's so popular. Like within my generation, everybody wants to travel. Like today, because this episode, I had that in my mind before, and today I was calling my bank in Germany because there was a problem in the online banking, and I asked her, and yeah, she tried to support me. And then I asked her, is it because I am maybe in Mexico? I am not in Germany right now. And she said, I cannot tell you that because I never like I never was out of Germany, like I never traveled. And I was like, how is that possible? Like, I didn't say that, of course, but I don't know anyone in my generation, and I feel she was in my generation because she was younger as well. Um, that has not never traveled. Like, I don't know anyone. No, because almost everyone is traveling because it's like helping us so much on so many levels, like mentally, energetically, emotionally. Like traveling is really a medicine. And you have to find, of course, your way how you want to travel. For me, it's the best staying somewhere like more time, like for example, more weeks or months or even a year, helps me so much to really connect to the land, to really experience the land. Because traveling, like for example, shifting, changing every 2 days or 3 days is not for me. Like I did that once in 2021, and I could feel that this is not for me. Like I was at the end so exhausted. I just wanted to go back to Germany. I was like, no, even that I had more time left to spend in Spain. I was like, no, I don't. I want to go back to Germany because it felt exhausting, changing all the time. For me, the best is really staying a few weeks somewhere, and I can really connect to the land, to the people. So yeah, that was like my experience with traveling. And of course, what I also want to point out here, traveling is a luxury. Like a lot of people, even especially in countries like here in Mexico, they don't have money to travel. Like a lot of people, they never travel because they don't have the money for it. That's why I appreciate, oh my God, I appreciate it so much. I'm so thankful for being able to do that because it's a huge, huge gift. And I'm so thankful to God, to the universe, Goddess, that I was able to do that. That I was able to do that all the years, all in the past years, especially, and now to do that. And of course, I also long for finding my place where I want to stay a bit longer. I long for that. But at the same time, it's so exciting to be traveling right now and knowing deeply, deeply feeling that I'm guided. Like I'm guided to be here. I'm guided to go to Guatemala. I'm so, so guided. So I'm always exactly at the right place. And also looking back here in the past generations, they would be born in one place and they would die at the same place. Like they would not go anywhere. And really appreciating this gift of traveling, being able to do that, having almost everywhere we have Airbnbs or hotels where we can stay, and people in the countries are really appreciating that you come as a tourist. And because of course it's also a huge business, but yeah, it's a huge medicine. And I can only tell you, follow your heart wherever it calls you to go. It is perfectly right. It is exactly right, because it is what your soul needs. It is what your soul longs for the evolution for your soul, for the growth of your soul. Yeah, you need to do that. You need to travel. You need to go if your soul calls you to go. So I'm sending you so, so much love, and I'm really excited for the next episode where I will also share some more, yeah, experiences of mine in Guatemala. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really, really appreciate it so much. And I really do want to invite you to my free abundance ceremony taking place on the 1st of September. So if you want to join us, do so. You can register at the link below. And yeah, I'm so, so excited for this abundance ceremony, because it really helps you to um, heal the blocks that are still blocking you from fully stepping in abundance. And that can be in every area of your life, like whether that's relationships, money, yeah, something else you want to create in your life, and living the life you truly want to live. So yeah, join us. I would be so happy. And also, if you want to stay updated to this podcast, you can subscribe, or you can also rate this podcast. And yeah, it helps so much that other souls also find this podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Sending you so much love.